Good evening and welcome to Side 21 and tonight's episode of The Black Hand of Fate. This is your first time catching us on this campaign. This is our evil campaign. This is where our players are not the good guys this time around. So on that note, let's go ahead and introduce our players for tonight.
My name is Jason. I'm playing Shetic, your Fey-touched wizard necromancer.
Hi, I'm Aaron Hammontre, and I'm playing Bojack Horse Puncher, a dwarf barbarian.
I'm Jaco, and I'm playing Timber 2, the Tabaxi Ranger turned rogue.
My name's Hunter Douglas, and I'm playing Vorn Lochar, the Reborn Warlock.
Alrighty, we do have a new video series coming out on YouTube about the Daggerheart system. If you're interested in learning about Daggerheart, head over to YouTube at Side21TV and you can check out some of those videos, and there will be more to come with that series in the future. So go check those out, and I think without further ado, let's jump into tonight's episode of The Black Hand of Fate. Alrighty, where last we left off, our team of anti-heroes, the members of the Brotherhood of Black Fate, have been spending their time acquiring these 3 keys in the basements of the temples of High Moon. Having gotten their 3rd key after a interesting fight with a Arclight Phoenix in the basement of the Temple of Mithrian Sarath, they had their final key, made their way back to the Sanctum Spire to plan, and decided to pursue a pathway in the sewers that led somewhere underneath the Castle of High Moon. Making their way down a spiral staircase into a kind of antechamber style room, they were able to hear, or see rather, one Damien Grimbane contained in the cells beneath the city. After a brief communication with Damien, they made their way into the mines, and they began to explore the depths of this area of High Moon, finding both a giant spider as well as a handful of demons. After vanquishing the demons, the party aims to explore the mines further, and one Vorn Lochar seems to have made a friend of this giant spider. So as we pick up where we left off, here in the mines under the city of High Moon. Timber began to round the corner and head off to the north. The rest of you are standing pretty close to where the battle with the Burbalang demons that existed down here in this cave were chilling. What would you guys like to do?
Where's Timber?
Timber.
Did the blasted fool make a run for it? I mean, run
Covering
for
our
it.
backs.
Exactly.
I'm gonna cast
He
a
ran
message
for
out
something.
towards the open area over here, and just to Timber and say, "Are you okay? Is everything all right?"
Yeah, I'm just watching your back, making sure that nothing sneaks up.
Just like wince in pain to myself. All right. Are you okay? I look towards the spider.
You're speaking to it?
Yep.
Kind of gives you a reserved, lowers its head and raises it, kind of nodding, and an affirmative response.
Nice. I kind of just pat it 2 times.
And you touch it, and you feel the hairy kind of exterior, something like a tarantula or something. And this thing's big, right? It's about your height and pretty wide.
It's rideable size.
You can certainly try.
No, I'm just trying to get the lay of the land, you know.
Should we press on?
Yeah, I'm going to move a little bit further into this tunnel here, just so I can try to see what's around this corner. As sneaky as possible, obviously.
All right. You go ahead and roll a stealth check. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm gonna say to the spider, if you follow, just stay back a bit, and we'll scout ahead. And I'm gonna start to kind of make my way this way to follow Timber.
And I just kind of wanted to call out to Shetic and be like, we found everything here, right?
If there was anything here worth finding.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there wasn't shit. I mean,
I think there was like chicken bones.
there was.
or
I
something.
didn't see it. Yeah. I want to kind of walk down with him, and I want to pet the spider as I'm walking by, like an attempt to be friends with it as well. I see it chilling with Vorn. I'm like, this is sick.
Make an animal handling check.
Oh, no.
I got a 19 on my stealth, by the way.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Ooh, that is a nat 20 plus 1.
Let's go.
Ooh.
Yeah, you go to pet it, and it starts to like recoil back, but it looks to Vorn and allows it seemingly reluctantly. All right, where do you want to move to, Timber?
Probably right up here, just because I want to see what's around this corner.
Gotcha. So we'll say you get to about here. You're able to look around the corner. You see the mine kind of open up into a smaller chamber with what looks like some sort of like hole in the ground with some boards over it. You see these like stalagmite style blue crystals coming up out of the ground in several different places, and you see two large, grotesque looking kind of reptilian frogmen. They've got these huge gullets that kind of hang down from their bottom lip, and it just looks like a big fat sack like hanging out of their, or hanging off of their neck, and they have like green kind of oily looking dark skin with splotches on the belly and chin area, and you hear them there just kind of
The Timber peeks around the corner, sees it, and then he just backs up and starts.
And with a
walking.
19, they did not react to you peeking around the corner.
Sweet. Yeah, he just starts walking back towards the group.
Gotcha. And as you guys are kind of all in this middle chamber here now.
What did you see?
Hey, the fuzzy one returns.
Yeah, I'm just glad we have this spider with us, man. I think it's gonna come in real handy.
What did you see?
Why? What did you see?
I don't know. I think it looked like Korn's mom for a second, but it turned out it was these giant frogs and really gross looking. I don't know. Y'all can go ahead. I'll stay in the back. How about that?
I am not amphibious in any way. What would make you think that?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
How giant are we talking?
Bigger than our spider, I think.
I just look at the spider that's like 1.5 times my size, and I'm like, doesn't mean a lot to me.
Timber, I would say they looked like humanoid in nature, but a little larger than, like kind of barbarian or Goliath sized. They're not like massive,
okay.
like 12 or 15 feet tall, but they're big dudes.
I mean, for frogs,
okay.
it's pretty big.
It's pretty big for a frog. Yeah.
It's this huge.
You guessed that
Also,
they're
there's
large.
two of them. There's two of them, so
I hate that.
I think.
How big is the room? And as I say that, you see like me start to conjure up a flame.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's about the size of a room that we're standing in now.
You see me kind of starting to take measurements with my fingers. This'll work.
Yeah. So what's our plan of attack on this one?
Attack?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Bojack
That's a
has a
good-
point. I don't see much else we can really do here except get through to our goal.
Yeah, we just need to go over there and smash their faces in.
I agree.
Okay.
We should go.
Shetic, do you want to kick this off?
Sure.
I wanna.
I like that. I wanna. Yeah, I want to try to sneak up to this.
over here. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get to the part of the wall like where I can't quite see in yet, but like I can turn and start blasting.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll say you get to like right about here. Make a stealth check for me.
I'll walk up, but like 10, 15 feet behind them. So maybe like over here somewhere.
16.
All right.
Spider.
You are hidden.
Yeah, I'm gonna prep a fireball when I see like everyone seems like they're ready to light this candle. I'm gonna jump around the corner and blast off
Yeah.
at a 4th level.
Would anybody like to move or do anything before that happens?
I think I will. I mean, I'm not trying to be too loud. I might creep up another 5 feet right here.
I'd honestly like to be right behind Shetic so he can just swap miss spots after he blasts.
All right.
Fulfill
I
my
would like
duty as manual man.
You're usually the one that prevents me from casting fireball, so
I would like to try diplomacy. Let's see if they're friendly first.
Okay, you go talk to him.
I'm not talking to him.
Then no diplomacy.
I'll talk to him.
Okay.
Is everybody ready for a conversation?
Yes.
Yeah, start
A
talking.
violent one.
All right, yeah. I want to get to where I have a clear shot, into because I don't know what the room looks like, but I want to get to where I see him and get ready to launch a fireball.
All right. Yeah, as you move out here, you see both of these frog creatures kind of look up at you.
Yeah, I'm going to cast fireball at 4th level, and that's going to be a DC 16 dexterity, which I'd imagine they're probably pretty good at.
Oh crap! Yeah, that's true.
Let's find out.
Yeah, we're in it now.
It was one. This guy on the top here rolled an 18. This one rolled a natural 1.
Sick. All right, well, the one that rolled a natural 1 is going to take 33 points of fire damage, and the other one's going to take half of that.
Okay.
Nice, dude.
Everybody go ahead and roll initiative for me, please.
Yeah.
As we set this
And-
off.
Real quick, flammable objects that aren't being worn or carried start burning. So if this is this a wood floor that's on fire now?
It is.
Sick.
Oof.
Not great, Vorn. Vorn, what are you doing?
Chilling.
Vorn, we were supposed to be
petting my
ready.
spider.
All right, Bojack,
28 with the nat 20.
Shetic,
22.
Timber,
23.
Jesus, Vorn.
3
Hot.
with a natural 1.
All right. Give me just a minute to set up initiative here.
So I'm almost never the one that does surprise attack. So that's like a free round I got, right? I can do another leveled spell.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. I've literally never done a surprise attack, so it's always one of the sneaky boys.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I know how to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 33 for the one that failed.
Yeah, 33 and 16.
Okay. Okay.
Wow. 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 Wow.
All right, yeah, you guys see Shetic pop around the corner. He's been kind of building this like ball of fire in his hand for a minute or two now. Unleashes it. You hear this large explosion engulf the room, and you hear, and that is going to pick up combat. They took some nasty fire damage. The boards on the floor of this cavern are on fire. Bojack, you were first to act. What would you like to do?
Okay. So, I would like to just like start takeoff. I'm gonna go running. He's set the stage, and I just want to like run past him and like run up.
Okay, where are you trying to be? 16, or this is, you were here, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Is that your movement?
I have 40.
35, 40 will get you here.
I would like. Can I get up to this one so I'm a little out of
Mhm.
away from so people can round the corner and shoot?
Yep.
Perfect.
Just remember these are on fire. Don't run onto them.
Nope. There's a reason, and I'm just
You run
like,
into the room.
and I look at them and I go, "You ugly frogs, prepare to lose your head." And I'll enter a rage,
Mm-hmm.
and then I have 15 feet of melee distance, and I'm gonna attack this one.
Oh damn.
Oh man.
All right.
Oh, I keep forgetting about that.
Yes, as you're using your roots, right?
And they just as I go to I take my big axe back and get ready to swing, and you watch all of these roots just burst out of my skin and grab onto the handle, and I'm gonna take this swing, and it's gonna extend just like a rope kind of thing as it gets closer.
Sick.
Sick.
Let me make sure I actually activate my stupid ability really fast. I always lose it in the secondary menu options. It's wild. Alright, and I will reckless attack, so I'll have advantage, but I'm going to negate the advantage off of this first attack. So if I hit with it, I'll use my brutal strike and do an extra d10 of damage on top. Does a
Okay.
20 hit?
The 20 hits, yep.
Alright. So,
And you're attacking this one, right?
yes, I'm attacking that one, yep.
Okay.
That is the greatest damage roll of my entire life. So I got max damage normal, which is a flat 20. So I've done 26 damage.
26. Okay.
I just realized it's not a tongue hanging out of their mouth.
No, it's terrible. Oh, and then I'm also
Yeah, it's gross.
going to use... I have more features. Because, good lord, I have a lot of weapon masteries.
How many do you have?
Like 6 now. So I'm also, with Battering Roots, going to take the topple action. Which means he needs to make a con saving throw. 8 plus 4 plus 4. So he needs to make a DC 16 con save or fall prone.
He succeeds 19 on the die plus his modifier.
Perfect. Well, guess who's getting round 2?
Who?
That one. Same guy.
Okay.
Which
Yeah, this is the one
one?
that took the most damage from the fireball, and you slash him. It's you see this
And,
gross black green ichor coming out of his burnt skin and slash wounds, looking not
And-
happy at all.
I just did a nat 20 for a 29.
Oh my
Very
God.
nice with the crit. Let's go, baby.
Sick.
And that was the worst damage roll of my entire life.
Duality.
Yes. And that's 19 damage.
19 damage. This one's looking
Pretty
super rough. You see these nasty burn marks on its body that are leaking that pus and ichor. And now he's got multiple slash wounds in him, looking super rough. Anything else for you, Bojack?
And then he needs to make that con save a second time.
Gotcha. 18 on the die this time, plus his modifier.
Dang.
Saving
that-
throws, dude.
they're
My
good at 'em.
specialty. I just used this die to roll initiative, and it was dog shit, so.
Oh, and also, because I'm double checking Brutal Strike, since I landed that on this one, his movement speed is reduced by 15 feet until the start of my next turn.
Got it.
Wait, there's more.
There really is. There's so many, and I was even on top of it. Cool. And then
What else,
that's
Bojack?
That's all my movement, my bonus action to rage, and my 2 attacks.
Are you
Timber,
sure?
you're up.
Yeah,
I
it's still
want
my
to
turn. I'm
move.
sorry.
I want to move just by Shetic over here,
Okay, that's 30 feet of
And-
movement.
and I was sneaky. Does this constitute for a sneak attack, or maybe not?
I'll have you roll it again now that combat is initiated.
Okay. Ooh, that's a nat 1. Never mind.
Ooh.
I just
Yeah,
wanted to sneak
they
attack.
did, and I rolled for them, so yeah, they beat a 1.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, so I just started blasting, and I'm gonna shoot that same one with my bow.
That one sounds rough. He's over. He's
Yeah.
just- yep.
For sure. That's going to be a 22 to hit.
Definitely hits.
With my ominous will, since I rolled a nat 1, and with my living shadow, I gotta roll a d4, and if it's positive, I add it to your roll, and if it's negative or odd, I subtract it. Sorry.
What? Why?
I haven't been using this.
From his
thing.
damage roll?
From his attack roll. So it's a 3.
Like from mine.
Because I rolled a nat 1 in my living, so it's been my fault. I haven't really like adding on to this, but you know the living shadow that I have? If I roll a natural 1, it starts fucking with people. It's called ominous will. I rolled a natural 1 on initiative.
Why is it messing with me and not Bojack, who went first?
Oh, because they have to be within 30 feet, and he ran way far ahead.
I'm ahead of you.
But within 30
I'm
feet.
within 30 feet. So what? That's 3 minus?
So 22
on my
minus
attack?
3 on your attack roll.
So
and
19.
And I'm sorry.
That makes it a 19. Still hits.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, sweet.
My shadow
that's
just kind of
going-
comes up and like tugs at your cloak as you're like trying to like take your shot. And I'm like trying to like
That's
pull
fine.
it back with like the shadow that I'm actually controlling.
That's going to be 19 damage with Colossus Slayer.
Yeah, and as this arrow flies perfectly, you guys like kind of slow motion see this arrow fly like under the arch, just missing the hanging lantern in the middle of the arch, and squish into one of the last remaining untouched pieces of flesh on this frogman, and he just goes and falls to the ground.
Nice.
Just dripping ichor everywhere.
Drop
What else for you, Timber?
Would you say that I can see this guy? It's kind of right here
yeah,
in the middle.
I would say it would be partial cover.
Partial cover.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
can see like
I'm
the
gonna-
right there, his left side of his body.
I'm gonna try.
Sure.
Try it.
Yeah, just it's disadvantage on your attack roll.
Okay.
The roll 2d20.
So that's gonna be an 18 to hit.
18 hits. So you just kind of lean in and take like a shot like at an angle.
Yeah. So that's 12 more damage on him.
Nice.
Gotcha.
And then I want to duck behind this corner and bonus action hide.
I hate to ask, but did he have to do that negative to attack roll again, or is it just like once per turn?
It's just like the next roll
Cool.
that somebody
Just-
within
okay.
30 feet of me.
Interesting.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Go ahead and make another stealth check with disadvantage to try and hide, Timber.
With disadvantage,
You just shot
Yep.
him in the face.
that's a 19.
Okay, cool. Alrighty, Shetic, you are up. Having launched this fireball into the room, seen a couple axe blows and arrows hit one of your targets. One remains.
Sweet. We're gonna go tried and true. I'm gonna reach out my arm. You're gonna see just like a green electric field start to emanate and shoot out, and we're gonna cast witch bolts for a 16 to hit.
16 hits. These
Nice.
guys do not appear to be armored in any way. It's just
Sick.
their froggy flesh.
He is gonna take 33 points of lightning
Oh
damage.
my
Jesus.
god.
Holy cow.
We
And
are
I
burning
found-
that guy.
And I am holding that bolt on him, so me and him are we got a little electrical connection going on right now.
Aw.
Gotcha. Yeah, Bojack. It's luckily you're short because it's like right over your head. This bolt of electrical energy, like right above your head. What else, Shetic?
That's it. I'm gonna take. Let's see. I'll take 2 steps closer to him just to kind of make sure he stays within my line of sight.
Alrighty, that is going to bring up this frog man in the back. He is going to frog-like hop over the boards and land behind you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, Bojack.
Deck save. Well, that's a 15.
15 will do it. You're able to kind of hunker down, and as the ground shakes when this massive frog creature leaps over behind you, you're able to retain your balance. However, he is going to make an attack against you, and this is going to be a multi-attack. First time he's going to try and bite you, as these animals love to do. That is going to be a dirty 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
He's gonna eat you, dude. It's over with. Look at the image.
That's
All right. So that's gonna be
Yeah, it's foreshadowing.
17 points of piercing damage, and you are now considered grappled. And so instead, since you are grappled, he is going to attempt to swallow you.
F.
Oh no, you're just swallowed.
Oh.
Oh, cool.
Oh, you're all the way swallowed.
You are blinded and restrained.
Oh, ruh-roh.
And yeah, that's it. Okay, that is going to end its turn as it turns to the rest of you, and you guys see Bojack just disappear into the maw of this giant frog as he bites down on him, and you see as he's got Bojack in his jaws, his like long tongue wraps around the torso of Bojack and just whoop, pulls him inside. That's going to end his turn. Vorn, you are up. You just watched your your homie get swallowed.
I don't know if I saw it. To be
Yeah,
to be
he didn't
completely
see
honest.
it.
Oh yeah, okay, you didn't.
So I'm
You're right.
gonna walk up like around here.
I was looking at Timber.
Around there, and quietly think to myself, "Where's the small angry one?" And I'm gonna Eldritch Blast this guy.
All right.
Wonder if that's gonna hurt Bojack.
I wouldn't even think about it twice.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's gonna be the first one's at 18.
Hits.
Nice. So that one's going to be. Oh no, please. It's going to be this. 6 plus 9 force damage.
All right.
And then my second shot is going to be a 15 to hit.
15 just hits.
Oh, nice. And then that one's going to be a 15 damage, force damage.
How do you want to do this?
Oh, let's go. I don't know that he's in there, but I think it would be sick if like I just like did one like blast force damage, just like caved in his like gullet, you know, like it, or his like stomach, and then he kind of like gags a little bit, and I just like do one straight to the chest and like knock him back, and maybe Bojack just comes like falling out of him, like all covered in goop.
I'll allow it. Yeah. So you guys see, unbeknownst to Vorn, he is activating this Banderhobbs like gag reflex by hitting it like one time in the throat, like right in the soft spot at the base of your throat where your collarbone is, and then he gets the idea that he's like getting sick as he reacts to the first hit, and Vorn's like, oh yeah, and then hits him a second time, and Bojack, you just come flying out covered in as it pukes you out, covered in like this nasty kind of viscous like stomach fluid. It's like dripping off of you, but it's like a slow, thick kind of drip as you stand there.
I imagine I have like a Drax the Destroyer moment, and as I like flop out, I'm just like, ah, I've done it! I've killed the beast from the inside!
I'm gonna step over you. Why are you always covered in something?
Every
It's
fight,
the
you end up
beautiful
covered in
smell of
something.
victory.
It doesn't smell. All right, whatever. Is this cavern? Is there still fire going on in here?
It seems to have diminished mostly. I will say the surface of a lot of these areas is kind of moist with that like cave kind of dew, so it doesn't seem like they burned all the way through, but are charred for sure.
Heard that.
Yeah, I want to go take a peek. I want to see what's up with these crystals. These frogmen were around. What are these?
What are the rest of you doing?
I was thinking, yeah, Timber and I think have the same idea.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Offshoot.
What's going on over here?
Both of you guys make a perception check for me to look in behind these like this little wooden. Oh, that's not you. Fence here, or investigation, whichever. Whatever you want, man.
Well, I made a
13
14.
perception. And
What'd
I
you
got a
say, Bojack?
I got a 13.
With a 14 and 13, you guys are looking past these boards. Bojack, you get the sense that you could crawl underneath the lowest part of the boards. Actually, both of you guys probably could. But looking past that, you guys see kind of what you're seeing here on the map. It just looks like a barrel with like an old rusted pickaxe in it. There's a rope on the ground and a stack of what look like water pails. Small metal buckets.
Yeah, I want to go
on
check
first
out
glance,
this.
it for sure doesn't look like anything.
Is this a coffin that I see on a 14?
Yeah, you do. You see like a wooden coffin-like box leaning up against the back wall there as well.
Yeah, I want to slip my way underneath there just to rummage through what's going on.
Hey, while you're
yeah,
over there, get me a bucket.
All right.
You're able to crouch and kind of paw your way along the dirt underneath and get back there. There's nothing else in the barrel besides the pickaxe, and you open the coffin and the door just falls off the hinges, and it seems to be empty.
Okay. Well, then I just grab a bucket for Bojack.
It's
And you kind of have to dig a little at the ground,
Yeah.
cat style, and you get eventually enough space to push that bucket underneath and come back. Bojack, you have a bucket.
All right.
Wow, thank you. I'll use it to probably fill it with water and clean myself later.
Anything for you, Bojack.
I got a bucket.
Shetic, yeah, you're looking at these crystals, and they appear to be. Make a nature check for me.
So as you're thinking about that, Vorn's gonna walk up to Shetic. Have you ever seen these crystals or creatures before?
It's an 11
All right. Well, now make a history check, both of you.
and 17.
You don't recognize it, Shetic, but with the 17 on history, you gather that this is probably Moonstone based on what you've learned about the city and the mines beneath it.
I rolled a dirty 20, but unless there's any more information.
No, that's Moonstone.
Gotcha.
What I know is Moonstone.
Looks just like that picture in the book that Damien showed you.
Oh, this
Is
is
it like-
Moonstone.
particularly valuable. Is it worth taking some?
It definitely has value, for sure. It's not like diamonds or anything like that, but it has, marginal value. It's pretty rare.
What's down this hole? Is the wood burnt through so we can see down this hole?
Timber, as you move to the hole and begin to peer down, I never need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Or
Please.
nor.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It'd be that way sometimes.
All right.
At dexterous.
19.
24.
17.
7.
Everybody but Timber falls prone to the ground as the ground begins to shake under your feet, as if a earthquake is happening while you guys are down in the cave. You hear a crack louder than maybe anything that any of you have ever heard before. It sounds like it could be a mix between lightning and rock being torn from rock as the sky above you is exposed and the roof of this cavern splits. Rain begins falling in as you can see the sky over High Moon now far above you while you're in this cavern. All four of you lift off the ground, including you, Timber, and are now hovering in midair as a black energy aura surrounds every single one of you, and you hear in your heads, "My chosen fists, kneel and listen." All four of you snap into a kneeling position while still hovering in midair. "You have done well. Beneath the soft belly of High Moon, you have struck with precision, resolve, and most importantly, obedience. 3 keys once scattered are now in your grasp, pried from the clutches of those who would call themselves Wardens of Fate. Let them weep, their guardianship is shattered. You have brought us to the threshold of eternity. The tablets of fate, the very law upon which this multiverse is etched, are nearly within reach. With them we shall rewrite the order of gods and mortals. I shall no longer be bound by scraps of divine law, pinned by weakling scribes, and neither shall you. For this, I bless you with strength, not mercy, not praise, but power. Let this boon be the iron edge of your will. Let it crush doubt. Let it silence fear. Let it wound the world into submission. But heed me, what lies ahead is not glory, but conquest. We do not celebrate, we march. When the tablets are ours, the realms shall remember the name of Bane, and not as a whisper in dark corners, but as the first and final law. Now rise and finish what we began. The four of you snap back into your standing forms, slowly drift down to the earth as the voice of Bane, still ringing in your heads, infuses you with power you have not yet known. The earthquake continues. You fall through the broken ground beneath you into an area of worked stone, and as the four of you land on this worked stone into the space beneath where you just stood, you are all now 5 levels stronger. So we are going to take a quick break so you guys can update your character sheets, and we will continue this journey once that has been completed.
Made the best choices I can in what, 12 minutes? 15 minutes how long?
All right, you guys find yourselves now here in this worked stone space, a wide corridor leading ahead. You can see a staircase leading up to what looks like another level and a pathway that leads off to your left. You guys feel infused with the power of Bane running through your veins. Everybody make a perception check for me, please.
17.
I got a
gosh.
12.
Nat 20 for a 32.
Hot damn.
16 for 21.
For
I see
those
it
of
all.
you with flesh, and I'll let you decide where this is located, all of you are now marked with the black hand of Bane, almost like a tattoo on your skin. Timber, you have in your fur a part of a outline of a black hand in like part of your fur that is no longer grows like fur. It's like somebody shaved a black hand out of part of your fur. But your fur is black, so it's just the outline that they shaved, leaving a black hand shape of fur on your body.
I'd say mine manifests as like just kind of like right across my throat, as if it was like, you know, just grabbing my
Hell,
neck. Just
yeah.
Just like kind of sizzles up.
See, and I think Timber kind of stole my idea, because I've got a very furry chest, and I expected it to just be like smack dab in the middle of my chest. So I probably got like some chest hair burnt off temporarily that's got a hand on it now.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, you straight up just got, I'm a Urukai, it just right on my face.
Sick.
Nice.
Did,
No, I think mine, I can feel it burning like on my back. and it's like basically the whole size of my back. So my whole back is a big old black hand.
Did Bane happen to grace us with some spell components?
You also all are now at full health. All your spell slots are returned, so you can take the effects of a long rest.
Hell yeah.
You just see Timber put his hood up, and there's just a little bit of lightning coming off of his bow now. Just a little bit of shocks just pouring off.
Epic.
You can still see the sky of high moon overhead. It has this red tint to it, lightning crashing down every few seconds, and you can see black smoke rising from presumably the area around this crack in the earth above you, and you can see a cloud forming over the city of High Moon made by the black smoke rising from whatever destruction this hole caused, and that black smoke is clearly forming in the shape of a hand set stark against a red sky above you, rain and lightning pouring down.
Fuck yeah.
Sick.
God, dude. Holy crap.
Here we go, guys. This has been the greatest day of our lives.
If anyone has a tiny silver cage worth 100 gold piece or you see one, snatch it.
If you guys happen to see a tiny silver cage worth like 100 gold pieces on the ground, let me know.
I mean, he's gonna give me all
I
this
will
power,
say
I'm
you
just
don't
hoping.
have you were not blessed with components of that. You have whatever you had before.
That's cool. Most of mine, I'm golden.
Carried over well enough.
I didn't even like
Nevertheless,
that.
you four stand here imbued with new power and the mark of Bane on your bodies. What would you like to do?
This feels a bit ramped up from some frogs in a cave.
Oh, what
feel
blessed day
invigorated.
be this. I just like slap you in the back of the knee, and I'm just greatest feeling in the world.
I would like to ask, so where are we now? I see we're in a new map here. We're in the mines.
You fell through the cracked floor beneath
Okay.
you into an area of worked stone. The stone walls around you look like they are natural, but they were more, smoothed out and fashioned in a way to look like this. You have a feeling that you've fallen into an area now that is connected to the castle again in some way.
Is there any bits of pieces of wood around us that kind of fell down with us?
There is a destroyed ladder right here, and some of the boards that are charred from the fireball, but they are there.
I'm gonna go
The real
over
question
and...
is,
Oh, sorry.
where's that spider? What happened to him?
He's a spider, so he didn't fall. He just grabbed
Yeah,
onto
he
the
didn't
wall.
fall.
He's like, well, see
Oh,
ya."
yeah.
Yeah.
Just leave the poor
It's
beast
been
alone.
real.
It's fine.
Talk to you later.
Yeah, you
Call me.
definitely don't see the giant spider down here in this area.
Vorn's gonna
You
go
know
over
what?
and pick up.
Once I succeed, we'll go back. Oh, please go ahead.
No, sorry. Vorn's gonna go and pick up a chunk of wood, maybe like this big, and take out a dagger and start kind of just like trying to whittle it into a specific shape.
Whoa. Yeah, I just got like, I don't know. I've felt my power growing before, and this is something that like is new to me. Just so much power so quickly. So if you're looking at me, like you can see, I got death and killing in my eyes. Like I'm ready to go. I'm feeling great. I'm ready to go make some bodies.
Should we press on?
I would say, yeah, this power too. It comes with a I'll let you guys decide how much, but at least some degree of an emotional change as well. Like you feel this power that's inside of you represents darkness and tyranny, and you can feel that energy.
See, and I think for Bojack, it's like his muscles are bulging like extra. It's like he's stuck in a flex all the time.
Yeah,
But
you
now-
look way more jacked for sure.
But like now under his feet, because of the like class features, it's almost like where he steps, like little roots like come up and like try to sink into his boots and stuff.
And I will
So
say,
it's
in
like-
your case, they are black, thorny roots.
Hell yeah.
Ooh,
So yeah, all this
that's
is like
sweet.
black and bleeding and death colored, and it's the most metalist barbarian dwarf I've ever seen.
I would say the visible difference for Vorn is his eyes are a little bit like more like they're usually like this like kind of glowy purple with like no pupils, just like hazed over. They're like glowing a little bit more brighter and kind of flickering as well. And he's just got this like slight grin, like consistently, where he usually is very stoic. I feel incredible. And as I'm whittling, I'm gonna start progressing through this corridor.
Do the rest of you follow?
Yeah.
We're going. Let's do it.
I will also, as a bonus action, activate my Tremor Sense for 10 minutes. Since it looks like we're on like more of a stone or rock base, I figured it might help.
Also, it's probably
Alrighty.
worth mentioning I have True Sight now for up to 30 feet. So I guess if I perceive anything that's invisible or otherwise, I guess I might actually get a chance to see it. I don't know how that would work or if it's even going to be applicable, but I'd at least say that.
You guys make your way up the stairs and through this winding corridor. You get to about here, and you begin to hear the sound of running water and this red light spilling out of what looks like an open room in front of you.
Can I hear any creatures or anybody or like voices or anything? Movement?
Make a perception check.
Alright.
Yeah, like actually, speaking of that, how well lit is it in here? Is it like dark or?
It's torch lit throughout.
How
And now
thick?
you're in a space where you see this red light kind of spilling onto the cobblestones in front of you.
19 on perception.
With a 19, you just hear the sound of running water. You don't hear any creatures or anything like that.
My Tremor Sense, it's got a 60 feet. Do I like feel anything past this door?
It just detects movement.
Yeah, so like, hold on. I looked this up. Tremor Sense says, I feel the vibrations and can detect and pinpoint the origin of vibrations as long as it's like on a source of rock I'm in contact with through other rock.
I would say yeah, I mean, you can feel like running water, but you can't detect any movement of any persons or creatures.
No, like pacing or anything like that. It's just like the okay.
Nope.
Well, I don't sense nothing in the ground.
Let's keep
I'm
going.
gonna keep stepping it through.
We're close.
Hey, we lost Timber. Where did he go? Oh, there he is. Jesus, he blends
Right
into
here.
the wall.
He's in the wall.
I'm mad sneaky now.
Oh, I'm gonna
plus
before we
14
step
stealth.
through. Oh, I'm sorry. I literally just cut you off. Go ahead.
No, it's cool. I was just saying I'm plus 14 stealth, so you basically can never see me.
Jeez, that's insane. I have I can cast Mage Armor without using a spell slot, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that before we walk through into the red light.
Okay.
Sick.
Yeah,
Anybody
I'm
else
also
like
going
to do anything?
I'm gonna cast Tireless, which gives me temporary hit points.
Oh, the spell component for mine is a piece of cured leather, so I take as I'm whittling. I like to finish up that whittle. Maybe not. I'm trying to draw like basically like a pentacle, or like whittle like a little star with this like circle design around it.
Yeah, easy enough.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna throw that in my pocket and then take that dagger and just cut off like a very edge of my armor, and then it just glows in my hand and like it shimmers from my hand where it's glowing in my closed fist. Just like coats me into like a mage armor effect.
Oh yeah.
Oh, snap.
Honestly, I don't have like a real pre-action, but you see Bojack like check his hand axe, check his dagger, check his great sword, and then like ready his great axe.
Shetic, you doing anything?
I'm ready to start slinging some spells, but no, I'm always ready, baby.
All right, you guys walk this final corridor up the steps now, all of you bathed in this red light emitting from this room as you step over the threshold and you see this. What you see is
Oh, shit.
you walk into this room, immediately it becomes much older looking than the corridor that you were just inside. You see a large fountain. Surrounding the fountain are 4 pedestals that look like they have spheres that are constantly producing water that falls through the column that they're sitting on top of and into a small pool below you. You see that around these orbs are these red emanating fields of energy. You can see a similar field of energy coming from the center of this fountain. Along the right wall, you see a large wall of that same red energy obscuring something beyond it. What would you like to do?
I just look at the magic guys and I go, what in the blazes is this?
Yeah, like I feel like above table I know what it is, but do I know what it is? As Shetic, am I able to suss this out here?
What are you trying to determine exactly?
What is it that I'm looking at? Like, what are these orbs? Like, what's the energy emanating from them?
Make an
I guess-
Arcana check.
Oh boy,
He's like, oh yeah, I got plus 45 in that.
34.
Oh my god!
With a 34, you first of all, you know that all of these sources of magical energy are connected in some way. You think back to all of the arcane studies that you have made in the past, and even perhaps through knowledge that maybe have just was imparted to you through this power surge through your body that Bane marked you and named you officially one of his own. You sense that the fountain is a system that is keeping the mythal around the city running. You look at the barrier and you can't get an exact idea of what is behind that, but you believe that the mythal will need to be destroyed or depowered before that energy wall is going to come down.
This is it, guys. This is what's basically creating the force field around the city. This is the mythal. We're here. We need to destroy this.
So can
I will say
can
one
we
more
make
thing
it
too with a
stop?
34. You think that these orbs are probably containing something that is sustaining their power.
Make it stop, Shetic.
Yeah, like what do these look like on the ground? Or I guess
These are
that's-
like support columns.
What'd you
okay.
say, Timber?
I said make it stop. Do whatever you.
Oh, make it
magic
stop.
thing.
Okay. I thought you said we need
Yeah.
to stop Shetic. I was like, oh shit, what am I doing?
And then
Now, guys, the thing
What
we're talking
is-
about. Get him.
I'd like to know what's going on over here.
Yeah, before we go tromping into this room, I want to be like, whoa, hold it! And I'd like to like take a look around for like tracks and stuff.
Make a perception check.
Mm.
It's like, yeah, is there any freaking walking through here?
Let me do
I
a
got a
group perception
16.
because I kind of want to be looking around too.
Everybody can roll it.
Perception.
Sitting at a 16.
14. I
11.
see nothing.
17.
All of you are looking around here. You actually don't see any tracks in this room whatsoever. You can see that there's a small area around each one of the pillars that are part of the outside of the fountain is damp on the ground with like some water splashing out onto the like packed dirt floor here. You see these 2 support columns. There are like lights on these 2 pedestals, kind of providing even more light into this room, as well as a small fire on another highly decorated pedestal in the rear of the room. You also notice there is an exit, and the higher checks gather based on the nature of kind of the tunnel that you were just in, and knowing like where the jail cells were. You think that this probably leads into whatever the castle entrance into this area is.
Is this a visible barrier here? Like, am I able to just kind of like, that's obviously there?
Yeah, it's absolutely visible. It's a big red wall of magical energy.
I need to figure out what magic is being used here. If you guys would
I
give me a
think we
minute.
can. I think we should check out the one thing that's not covered in magic.
Well, y'all are doing that. I want to be studying. I want to. What I want to do is I want to see if I can figure out what spell or magic is being used to create this barrier, because I'm gonna guess it's the same thing, creating these barriers up here around the orbs.
Yeah. How would you like to determine that? You just want to use your 37 or whatever?
I mean, I can roll again, or I can use that 34. But
With a 34, dude, you know everything about this. This is abjuration magic. It seems to be protecting the things, the elements of this, whatever system this is.
Okay, then yeah, like you see me like breaking out my old field notes from before I met you guys, and I'm just going through this. Really, what I'm trying to figure out is if I were to cast a spell magic, am I able to cast it at a high enough level to destroy these barriers?
You know, with your 34, there's no way in hell.
Okay, cool.
This is, I would say, probably the highest level abjuration. You can feel it with that Arcana check and your just intuition that this is like the highest level spells in the world are in play here.
Yeah, I basically need a wish spell to get through it.
I cast Wish.
Funny enough, I took wish at a
At level
That'd be
15.
yeah.
Yeah, can I check out this pedestal over
I'm gonna
here?
walk over with Timber as well.
As you guys
check out the little one when you
take
guys-
your first step into the interior of this room, before you can even remotely get over to that platform, Shetic, before you can get an idea of what's going on with the lights, you see first a single head break the surface of the water and look out at you, and you see this reptilian looking creature emerge from the water. First one head, then two, then three, then four, and then finally a fifth head emerges, followed by the large, almost dragon-like body of a creature emerging from the fountain. All five heads look at all of you at once and hiss their nasty rows of teeth, open maws, staring at you as the tail whips and flails in this room behind you. You are looking at a massive hydra-like creature as Timber and Vorn move forward. Everybody roll initiative for me, please.
Oh
Bonus section hide. Oh man.
Yeah. Oh man, he's right.
Can I
Timber.
lucky that? I can lucky, right?
Did you roll a 1?
I rolled a 4.
I think you have to roll a 1, right?
Yeah,
I can
it's for
swap
nat
initiative
ones.
with somebody if anyone wants to.
Oh, it's just for nat ones. No, when a creature rolls a d20 or an. Oh wait, yeah.
All right, so what's your initiative, Timber?
9.
Shetic,
7.
Vorn,
15.
Bojack.
24.
Always.
First in to fight, first in to die.
What does it mean, a d20 test?
I think any check with a d20 is what I would guess.
Can you read it with the
When
context?
you roll a d. Yeah, advantage. When you roll with a d20 test, you can spend 1 luck point to give yourself advantage on the roll.
Okay, do you want to try and roll again?
Let's see. D20 test encompasses 3 main roles of the game: ability, attack, and saving throws.
Oh, so it's just
Okay.
combining
Okay,
all
so that's
those.
not initiative.
Okay.
Initiative is technically an ability, I think.
Yeah, it's an
I think
ability
it's
check.
classed as an ability check.
'Cause
Oh.
it's a dex check.
Can I roll it? I'm
Yeah.
gonna roll it. That was in that 1 for 5.
Well, you have advantage. It counted as advantage, not a forced take.
Oh, okay, so 9.
Bojack, you were
Yeah,
first to
whatever.
act. You see this creature emerge out of the water. It's, one head snapping its jaws to the left, the other one looking straight at you, another one still snapping its jaws on a lower level as they hiss, and you see red spit and spittle dripping off their jaws. What would you like to do?
Rage!
Ah!
And that actually has some usefulness this time. So, as I rage, when I activate it, or as a bonus action while it's active, I can teleport 60 feet.
Okay.
Oh, snap.
6 attacks this turn.
Yeah.
No, I know, that's the worst part.
Where are you
So,
teleporting to?
I was doing some measuring. I'm pretty sure I can make it to, like, over here. If I, like, is this a seeable distance, like, right in here?
Yep.
Because then, yeah, I figured I'd come to... I should be able to make it. Yeah, just about, like, right about here, one of these 2 squares.
There's a big old room.
Okay. Yeah, and it's tall, too. This creature is towering above you guys.
And then I am tiny, but I also am mighty, and I'm just gonna attack it. I'm gonna attack at its ankles.
Oh gosh. Let's go.
It's submerged in the water, and the pool is probably about, let's see, about 20 feet in diameter, and it's at the center of it. So you can probably get its body with your reach.
Good enough. As I say, yeah, I've got 15 reach, so I'm just taking whatever pot shots I can try to get at it.
All right, roll to hit.
I assumed ankles, and that was my bad. Does a 15 hit?
A 15 does not hit.
Okay. I'm testing the waters with some stuff. How about a 21?
21 hits.
Perfect.
Okay.
I did not reckless. That was on purpose because I was double checking. 14 damage.
14 damage.
And then this thing counts as bigger than large, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. That's my turn.
All right,
Actually,
you guys see.
excuse me. That was a teleport. Can I take like 10, 15 steps back?
Yeah, you move to 5, 10, 15 steps back. One of the heads looks down at you and is going to take an attack of opportunity against
Okay.
you.
That's what I
It is going to attempt to bite you. That is a 17 to hit.
just hits.
Alrighty.
I'm going to use my own lucky and make you reroll that.
All right.
Clutch.
Even better.
Fuck.
Okay.
25
well,
to hit.
it was worth a try.
All right. So you are going to take, let's see, 17 points of piercing damage as one of the heads reaches down and takes a chunk out of your arm.
I'm good. And then, yeah, I just back up, and that'll be the rest of my turn.
Two of the heads are looking straight at you, Bojack. The other three remain focused on the other members of the party still in the beginning of the room. Vorn, you are up.
Okay, so I'm gonna immediately cast my Form of Dread, and where I've like taken on the like Drider, like spider-like features, it is just like way more accentuated right now, and there's this like dripping shadowy like energy coming off of like all the like spider limbs that are coming out of my back, and like the bunch of eyes are just like super glowing and like almost like flickering off of my face. And so I'm gonna do that, and I roll for some temp HP. 1d10, so it's 27, 22 temp HP. Crazy. Cool. And then I'm going to take a position kind of back here, a little like, yeah, kind of like partly near the column at least. And then I'm going to blast in an eldritch fashion.
Okay.
In an eldritch fashion.
Wait, do I get more? I get 3 now. Ooh. Okay. All right, so first one, 27 to hit.
Hits.
Cool. This might be easier if I just roll them all and then do all the damage at once. Is that okay?
Yep.
Okay. So that's one hit. Second one is a 21.
Hits.
And then third one is another 27.
Hits.
Holy cow, it's
All
the
3 hit.
Best I've ever rolled in my life. All right. So charisma. It's +4. Sorry, new things, everybody. Sorry. It's going to be, let's see, force damage is 12. It's 12. 11, 15. 17, so 12, 30, 40, 4 force damage plus whatever my thing adds to it. Once on each your turn, blah, blah. Okay, so it's 44 force damage. And then I'm going to, it rolls a wisdom saving throw, DC 17.
Okay.
Nice.
10.
So it is frightened of me until the end of my next turn.
Alrighty.
And because I kind of feel that presence that I just gave while attacking it, I'm just going to take another just step closer to it, 2 steps. Or what? Did I have enough? I don't know. These are smaller squares. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Yep, that's my turn.
Okay. That is going to bring up our Hydra here. Vorn, it is afraid of you. It is going to turn the rest of its heads towards you, Bojack, and it is going to blast as well. As nothing is in its melee range, it is going to roll. It also has 3.
But they're at disadvantage because it's frightened from.
Frightened of you.
Yeah, but it's like whenever I can see it, or whenever we can
Okay.
we're in within visual range of each other.
All right. First one is a 26 to hit with. Oh no, wait, that's the higher one. Dirty 20 to hit.
Still hits.
Still really good.
All right. Second one is a natural 20. Oh fuck, no, disadvantage. 13. The second one misses.
Yep.
Dude, that's another nat 20. Good disadvantage. But nevertheless, the lower one is still a 24 to hit.
Yep.
So 2 of them are gonna hit you. So, the first one is going to do 11 points. I'm sorry, 17 points of force damage. The second one misses, and then the third one, Bojack. Oh my God, that's max roll. Is going to do 26 points of force damage to you, Bojack.
Oh, that one hurt.
As you guys see, 3 of the mouths open and shoot like lightning balls of like radiant lightning energy at Bojack. One goes wide, crashes into the red wall of magic, and dissipates behind you. But the other 2 strike true, knocking you. That is going to end the Hydra's turn. However, how much damage did you do to it, HD?
44.
I should have said, as those blasts hit it, one of its heads is now severed off.
I blasted
And on the start of its turn, you see 2 heads slither out of the spot that it came from, that the damaged head was.
I should
removed.
be as surprised as I am. It's a freaking.
Timber, you're up. You
Saw
now
that
see
coming.
six heads.
Isn't Shetic above me? I rolled a 9.
I got a 7.
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so bonus action, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on this fool. And
does it
that
roll to
gives
get out
me-
of frightened on its turn, or how does that work?
It has. It
Sorry.
is.
Timber?
It is. It ends automatically at the end of my next turn.
Got it. Okay, go ahead, Timber.
Yeah, and with Hunter's Mark cast on him, Hunter's War, the creature has any immunities, resistances, vulnerabilities, and if the creature has any, I know what they are.
Yeah, it does not have immunities or resistances or vulnerabilities of any kind.
Oh, sweet. Then I'm just gonna start blasting,
Blast him!
and I'm gonna shoot him with my bow.
All right.
Oh my gosh, that's a 16.
16 just misses.
16 just misses. All right, I'm gonna try again,
Do it.
which is gonna be a 28.
28 hits as it turns around, all 6 heads now coming together in the center, looking down at you as the arrow strikes into one of its like necks.
Yeah. And then, so it has taken damage, correct?
It has, yeah.
All right, so that's going to be 10 plus my Colossus Slayer, which is another 2, so that's 12, and then my Hunter's Mark, which is 3, so 15, so that's just 15 damage right there.
Got it. You do not sever one of the heads with 15 damage, but it does take the 15 damage, and it's looking at you, just the jaws snapping. You can see like one of the mouths looks like it has the energy like building up inside of it.
Yeah, I definitely want to duck behind a pillar to see if I can hide away.
Well, you used your bonus action, so you can duck and get cover.
From 12 different eyes.
Yeah, I'll get cover.
Okay, cool. Shetic, you are up. 6-headed monstrosity in the water. What would you like to do?
First of all, oops, didn't mean to do that. Sorry. First of all, I want to see, like, can I recall anything about a Hydra? Like, have I ever heard of a Hydra? Do I know how to stop regenerating heads?
I will say I'll allow you to make this check, but it's going to take your action to do it.
Okay.
Could be worth it.
What'd you say?
I was saying could be worth it.
Yeah, I guess I'll make the check, yeah.
Okay, roll a nature check. That's the only thing that makes sense for this.
Dirty 20.
With a dirty 20, yeah, I'd say you know some stuff. You know that they have regenerative power. Anytime they regain a head, they also regain some of their health. And you know that typically, like a neck of a reptile this size, you'd guess about 25 damage from a single attack. Typically would eliminate one of the heads.
Okay. I'm going to use a bonus action. I'm going to step down a little bit to where I can see it. I'm going to use a bonus action to cast Hex on it. And I'm going to give it disadvantage on... Let's do Constitution checks.
Okay,
That's a lot of my spells.
cool. Anything else for your turn?
That is going to be it.
Alrighty, that's going to bring us back to the top of initiative. Bojack, what would you like to do?
I would like to move my, how close is it before, I'm right up next to it or, next to the water?
20 feet brings you to the barrier around the main body of the fountain.
Okay, perfect. And then I can, still attack through it kind of thing?
Yeah, you've got your roots that'll clear the distance.
I just want to double check all my stuff and make sure. All right, I'm just gonna go in swinging with reckless, trying to get that advantage, get those big numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 28 hits.
28 hits for sure.
That is the worst. So 14 damage on that hit.
Okay.
And then here's the weird thing. I've been reading this over and over again. Topple doesn't specify a creature size. Push does. Would you let me force it a con save? DC 17 or fall prone?
I'm gonna say, I don't think, you can try, but I will say just based on you're getting right up in this thing's space. You're looking at its anatomy and the way that it's coming out of the water, and you don't think that that's going to affect it.
It's not, yeah. I didn't think so, but I wanted to, if I have the mastery, use it. All right, well, I'm gonna just take my second swing then. Come here, you giant beastie! I will forego the advantage to try to use my brutal strike. Does a 19 hit?
19 hits.
Score. I'm double checking. All right, so I hit it for 26 total damage,
As you shear one of the heads away.
Oh no.
and then I am going to hit it with a staggering blow
Okay.
from my brutal strike. The target now has disadvantage on the next saving throw it makes, and it can't make opportunity attacks till the start of my next turn.
Got it.
Yeah, giant beastie can't escape me. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to teleport 60 feet next to this.
What does it
pillar.
look like when Bojack disappears from this space and reappears in the other space?
So all of those, like, the tree limbs that are all like thorned vines now, like, spring up out of the ground and like wrap around my ankles, and you see he just goes and it just like sucks him into the ground into like a dark hole, and it just like pops him up like a fucking rabbit over here 60 feet away.
Boing. Boing.
Got it.
And then I'll take my last like 10 feet that
I am
have
Bojack.
and move behind the pillar for my own cover.
Got it. Yep, you're positioned behind this pillar. Vorn, you are up.
I'm gonna start making my way this way.
About 29 feet to that square.
Yeah, perfect. And then out loud, Vorn's gonna say, "There's got to be something in here that can help us just destroy this thing." And while I'm going that way, I'm going to fire more Eldritch Blasts at it.
All right.
Wait, so if you don't mind, just like a quick what I'm looking at right now. So the body is in the water and it's protected by the barrier, but the heads are kind of like sticking out over the barrier kind of thing, or?
The magic that you see underneath coming from the water seems to just be emanating out of the water. It doesn't seem to be like a barrier like this one over here. Same with the ones around the pillars with the orbs on top. So it's open. There's no barrier between you and it.
Okay.
There's a ring around the fountain to contain the water, but that's physical.
Okay, got you.
That's what you thought. Forget the body.
This is like one step up, like right here. So it's not like a tall
Okay, so yeah, it's
pedestal.
like,
Okay, so while I'm running this way, I'm gonna fire 3 Eldritch Blasts at it, and I'd like to do. I'm just gonna pot shot this in front of me once, and then I'm gonna do 2 towards the body of the hydras instead of the heads. If that.
So
if
you're
that
trying
makes
to
a
break
difference.
this orb.
I'm gonna
Smart.
see if it does. Yeah, I'm gonna see if like I can see any visible damage done to it, but I don't want to waste my entire attack on trying that.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So,
The first one's gonna be at the orb.
yes.
Okay.
So that's a 22 to hit.
22 hits the orb.
Okay, cool. And then
Go ahead and roll damage on that one.
Alrighty. It's going to be 15 force damage.
Okay.
not bad.
And then, yeah, I'm just kind of having that thought as I'm like doing this fire, so I'm not like stopping to like see if it does anything. I'm just gonna like boom, boom, boom. And then the 2 towards the body of the Hydra is going to be 25 to hit,
25 hits.
28 to hit. What is this right now?
Both hit.
Holy.
If you're
Okay.
gonna roll them, today's the day.
I guess so.
Yeah.
So total that's going to be 27 force damage.
27 force damage as you see 2 of the Eldritch Blasts go into the base of its body and another head is severed.
Oh shit, I was trying to avoid that. Alrighty.
Into the base of the body and the head was severed?
Base of one of the necks, like at the top, like of its body.
Gotcha.
Yep.
And so he has to roll 2 wisdom saves. DC 17.
Okay.
He's got disadvantage on the first one.
Got it.
From my side.
Nice.
It's wisdom.
Yes.
What's
Teamwork.
the DC?
17.
He got a 16.
Okay, so he stays feared is basically what happens.
Okay.
That's it. That's my turn.
All right, that is going to bring up the Hydra, heads spinning around. You see now two more heads come out of the places where the two were blasted away, in each case increasing it from 6 to now 8 heads. It is going to have its heads whipping around now, just through the air in the space above its body. It sees Shetic as the only person really that it can see, as it is afraid of Vorn. It is going to take some Eldritch Blast attacks against you.
It doesn't see me.
You got it. You got it. Tank it.
Disadvantage.
At disadvantage, though, because it is afraid. The first one is just an 11 to hit.
That meets my AC.
No, dude.
It hits 11.
Yeah,
All right,
dude.
I'm just gonna do all three. Second one is even worse at a 9 to hit, so that one's gonna miss. And then at disadvantage on the third one is gonna hit as well, 18. So we're gonna roll damage on those.
I
squishy,
forgot
man.
your AC
Glass
was so
cannon, dude.
low.
For real.
Why don't you
Uh,
have mage armor?
17 on the first for force damage. Second one is 14. 17 and 14 force damage for, what is that, a total of 37?
Yeah. Pew-pew.
No, not 37. 30.
32.
17 plus 14, guys. 32. As it just looks down at you and hisses. You guys also see as the two additional heads grow, or be 4 additional heads grow back, it does seem to be restorative in nature to it.
We just got hit so many times that it fills up all the space in this cavern and it just squishes itself because there's too many heads.
Yeah.
And with these heads growing back the way that they are, it doesn't look like it's taken too much damage. That is going to end its turn. Timber, you are up.
Yeah, I figured that.
Okay, so I have thoughts. I don't know how to play a level 15, so let me ask some questions real
You
quick.
got it.
Very nice.
So I want sneak attack, which means I need advantage. Can I spend a luck point to give myself advantage on an attack roll, which gives me sneak attack?
Any attack roll that you have advantage on has sneak attack applied, so yes.
Okay.
As
so
long as
I
your
spend-
luck as long as luck states that that's one of its uses, then yes.
Yeah, it does.
You
So
can also
I'm go-
attempt to hide now that you're behind this column as a bonus action and get that same result. So it's up to you what you want to do, though.
Is the lucky thing not only like once per long rest?
No, you get
No,
5 uses.
I've got 5
The
uses.
amount of
dude, that's
uses to your
sick.
amount of uses
Yeah.
equal to your proficiency mod.
That's sick.
And so I am going to step out and I'm going to shoot my bow. But as I do it, you start to see little shocks of lightning coming off of my bow, and it starts like surrounding me. And then I shoot my bow with lightning arrow.
Oh, sick.
All
So
right.
that is going to be a 27 to hit.
Hits.
Now this is going to be crazy, so stop me if it gets too crazy.
I'm ready.
But that's going to be, and I'm specifically aiming for its body, chest
Okay.
area.
Got it.
That is going to be 18 lightning damage,
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
plus Colossus Slayer, which is another 1, so 19.
Okay.
Hunter's Mark is chilling, so that's another 4, so that's 23.
It's super chilling.
And then Sneak Attack, which adds another 8, so that's 31.
Another 8, you said?
Yeah, so that's 31 on top of that. And then I'm going to shoot one more time with just my bow, which is just going to be a 14
To hit?
to hit.
Yeah, 14 is going to miss. I would like you to roll a d20 with advantage, please, and see if you can miss the neck of this creature.
Okay. That's 16, and then this is with advantage. Yeah, it'd be
Advantage.
16.
16 is good enough. You strike in its body in a way that does not sever any of the heads. It does have 8 heads, though,
Yeah.
still. What else for you there, Timber?
And I'm going to use my movement plus feline agility to bolt myself over by Bojack. And so it's just like real quick, like lightning shoots, shoot another arrow, and then I just bolt towards Bojack right behind
And
that
that gives you
pillar.
how much movement?
That's going to be 80 feet. It doubles my movement.
Okay, yep, you are good. Yeah, back over here with Bojack. Anything
And
else
then-
for you? All
Bonus action, hide for sure,
right, roll stealth.
which is going to be a 30.
Jeez.
I'm not even gonna roll. Alrighty, you are hidden. Shetic, you are up.
I'm gonna take a measurement here real quick if you don't mind.
You've got you're a little burnt up. You took a lot of Eldritch Blast damage last turn.
While he's doing that, I will say I didn't actually do the mage armor myself pre-fight. You have to be unarmored, and so I actually didn't do that at all. For a
Okay,
particular
sounds good.
episode. It doesn't matter.
I
Oh, it doesn't just overlay your armor? It is armor
No,
restricted. I didn't know
it's
that.
only if you're not wearing armor.
if you see my measurement here, I'm gonna try to cast a fireball. But first, would I be able to hit orb monster Hydra with the fireball?
It's a 20-foot radius.
Yes.
Yes.
Ooh,
Yep. I want
nice.
to cast my fireball right there, and we are gonna do that at a 6th level. So that's gonna
God.
be a DC 18 deck.
The Hydra actually saves. The other 2 are inanimate objects and can't save.
Okay. The Hydra.
Hydra got a 19.
The inanimate objects are going to take 38 points of damage, and the Hydra half of that, and it's fire damage.
Okay, so what's half of 38 is
19.
19, so that's gonna put him. There. I will say that due to the type of damage, that's not going to sever any of his heads. However, you see these 2 orbs explode into like shards of glass and crystal. The energy surrounding them dissipates, and out of them come a few things.
Oh,
Oh, man.
Gold.
As a winged demon creature holding multiple bladed weapons in either hand is released from this orb, looking around the room. From this one, another demonic creature that looks like a devilish bone demonic entity pops out. And what else would you... But there does have some fire damage. Oh my gosh, dude.
Do they look friendly to me?
Are they
They
smiling?
do not.
Yeah, I'm just going to step behind this pillar here and not be in the line of sight for another Eldritch volley.
Eldritch Volley is a good band name.
Yeah. And that's my turn. I'm out of line of sight, hopefully.
Okay, I'm updating my initiative order. Give me 1 second here.
Yes.
These guys are definitely friendly to us. You can tell. Look at them. It's in the eyes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
No doubt in my mind.
Sure wish we had a spider right now.
Yeah.
I look at you with my many eyes and spider limbs.
Sure wish we had a second spider right now.
All right. Now you're just being greedy.
we got Spider-Man. Now we need the real spider.
We got
Spider.
man spider.
Oh, yeah, we do have Man Spider. You're right.
So maybe let's.
All
hold
right,
off on-
Shetic, what else for you?
Like I said, I'm just popping behind here to get out of the way of another Eldritch Blast.
Absolutely. Anything else for you at all?
No. No.
Okay. Bojack, you are up. As you're kind of hiding behind the column back here, you hear the sound of glass and crystal shattering across the floor, and you hear the sounds of a creature, especially one pretty close to you, and it sounds like something further away has joined the battle. What would you like to do?
At the start of my turn, because Timber's within range, I get to give him 3d6 temp HP.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Enjoy 11. 11 HP.
11 temporary HP. If you had any other temp HP already in place, that's going to replace whatever that was, just so you know.
Yeah, gotcha.
Oh, I forgot you had them. I'm sorry. I wasn't sure. If that
I only had 4. It wasn't
Okay.
much.
So that's an improvement. What else, Bojack?
Then I've been trying to measure, but I want to move about like 30 feet-ish out this way. And as I round past Timber, I'm just like, another beastie, evil demon against Bane. And then, am I still within attack distance of the Hydra? Like, can I attack the Hydra with my 15-foot reach?
I would say you can try to go for one of its necks. It'll be kind of at disadvantage from this range, though.
If I move like 5 closer, because I've still got 10 feet, would that?
I would say you basically, to make a clean hit on it without having to swing like specifically at one of the moving heads, you're going to need to be pretty much up against the edge of the pool here, because it's
also,
like
like,
the
it's-
mass of its body is like 15 feet in the center of the pool.
Is this a large creature or like huge?
It's massive. It is gargantuan.
Heard that.
So then I'm eyeballing this thing's ass because it's at least close enough, and I think I'm gonna just swing at it. You damned beastie! I see you hiding over there.
All right, and so you're going to just move within 15 feet of him.
Yep.
I think it's
And then
savage looking.
I'm very upset that there are more enemies on the field, so I attack recklessly.
All right.
You blasted blighter! I'll end your whole bloodline. Does a 24 hit?
Let's take a look. It sure does.
Cool. Then that'll do 15 damage.
Do you just have a regular weapon?
It's magic.
Okay.
It's just regular magic, but it is magic. So that was 15 slashing damage to it.
Got it.
And then it needs to make a DC 17, I believe, strength. 17 con. Sorry,
Aye.
I need a DC 17 con or it falls prone.
And it has disadvantage on Constitution saving throws from its hex.
I think that's Constitution checks. Because that's my problem with Hex, because I've tried to use Hex in the past to like make it more susceptible to my spells, and then I was realizing that I was like initiating saves and not checks. So
It's not saving throws.
it's
No,
not.
It fails regardless. It rolled horribly.
So this sucker goes prone. Which then
All right.
means I get to swing at advantage. Anyway, I was already recklessly.
With the hex, I actually should have given him an additional 6 necrotic damage or d6 necrotic, but forgot it. So
I'm gonna forego that advantage for the brutal strike. Does 24 hit?
24 hits.
Let's go.
God, I roll like so good when I need to. Oh, perfect.
That's what's up.
25 slashing damage.
Got it.
And I want to make sure I do this right. And then he gets a staggering blow as well. So now his next saving throw has disadvantage and he can't make opportunity attacks.
Got it.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action, which I haven't used yet, to do my little rabbit teleport and pop up here next to Shetic.
Boing.
Awesome. Anything else for you, Bojack?
No, I believe that is my entire turn.
That's awesome. As the roots surround you, pull you into the ground, and then you emerge like a little tree growing of red-leaved tree. All right, that is going to bring up this guy. He is going to survey the battlefield and turn around and look at you here.
Ish.
And step forward. He is going to make a multi-attack against you, Vorn. Starting with a spear that he has in one hand. The first one is going to be a 23 to hit.
Hits.
I'm going to roll the second spear attack as he comes back, pulls it out of your flesh, stabs for it again. That's even better. 24 to hit.
Cool.
All right, we're going to roll both of those damage for the spear. Okay. That is 16 damage with the spear.
Okay.
And then he's going to pull up his other hand and he's going to shoot 2 fire rays out of his hand at you as well. First one, geez, he's fucking killing it. The first one is a 24 to hit, so that hits. And then the second fire ray, a little worse this time, 16 to hit.
They would both hit, but I would like to counterspell as a reaction.
Okay.
He takes his stabs, and I just kind of like put my hand out, and as he goes to blast him, I'm gonna counterspell. Well, hold on. Oh, it's at 5th level. 5th level counterspell.
Yeah, so that, I will say that they're separate attacks, so you'd only be able to counter one of them.
Oh, it's not like one attack with 2 rays?
No.
He has 4 separate attacks?
Correct.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I'll do that.
You know what? Actually, I misread something. Yeah, you don't even have to use counterspell. We're gonna retcon that. He only uses his spear against you.
Oh shit, yeah. So I took
and
16 damage then.
Yep, and that's gonna end his turn, and that brings up you, Vorn.
Oh shit. All right. I am going to, as a, go back to the page. Oh, I didn't take that right. Unfortunate. Okay, so what I'm going to do instead. Fuck, man. I don't know, guys.
Just start blasting.
I can't.
Teleport away.
I'm
Get him.
He's in my face. What's the thing where you can blast point blank and it's not at disadvantage?
I think anything that's a touch spell.
But isn't
Oh,
that
you
like
mean how to make? I think that's
Warcaster? Isn't there a feat?
no, it's sharpshooter. I think
Yeah, sharpshooter.
Warcaster just allows you to make spells as opportunity attacks.
Yeah, you're right. Oh man, I was in too much of a hurry. I just started pressing shit. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to.
Which is fair, I think. You guys, this power was imbued in you guys all of a sudden.
You kind of
know
got
what
what
I
you
mean?
got.
Like,
Just like.
yeah.
Okay, cool. What I'm going to do is I'm going to blast it with 3 Eldritch Blasts. Point blank.
Okay, so yep, roll with disadvantage on those.
Alright, so the first one is going to be a 17 to hit.
17 does not hit as it spins its spear in its hand and almost deflects them off as they go scattering into the wall next to you.
Alright, the second one is going to be 17 as well. And then the third one, oh god, 12.
Yeah, he's spinning the spear right in front of him between you and just deflecting these blasts off with this weapon of his. You sense a energy from a different plane of existence imbuing this creature.
Damn, bastard. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to do this. But As a bonus action, I'm going to cast Far Step. And so I teleport up to 60 feet to an unoccupied space I can see. And then on its concentration for up to a minute. On each of my turns before the spell ends, I can use the bonus action to teleport again.
And your frighten spell is not concentration, right? Your form of dread?
It's not.
Okay.
Which I didn't hit that thing, so it would drop after my turn anyways.
Gotcha. Where are you trying to be at?
I would like to go maybe shit, man. Behind should I go back there? Anyways. I'm gonna try to get as close to this position as I can, even if it's just like
Yeah, that's within range.
okay, I'm gonna hide behind there. Or maybe I'll do here and then I'll walk over there because it has to be somewhere I can see whatever.
Okay.
Okay, and
I got
that's my
you.
turn.
Alrighty, that is going to bring up the Hydra. It is going to look around this space, and it is going to, let's see, it's going to fire some Eldritch Blasts at this column right here.
Oh, snap.
It's going to hit with its modifiers higher than the DC of an inanimate object, so I'm just going to roll damage.
We're bringing this place down.
Duck and cover, Shetic!
We all going down.
Okay, I'll say even just with the first two attacks, it blasts like a massive hole right through the center of this column. It can now see the two of you standing behind it, and when its last Eldritch Blast, it's going to attempt to hit you, Shetic. That is 24 to hit.
Pretty sure that's higher than 11.
9. It's 18 points of force damage landing against you there. As you guys are now exposed behind this column. It looks like one more hit on this column and it would bring it down. However, that'll end our Hydra's turn. Timber, you are up.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same plan of attack. I'm going to poke out and lightning shoot this Hydra, aiming specifically for its body.
Okay.
Which is going to be a 20, dirty 20 to hit.
Nice.
20 hits the Hydra for sure.
Yeah. So that's going to be 18 lightning damage.
Okay. Is that
And
including all
then-
your bonuses?
No, it's not. Because all my bonuses are piercing.
Okay.
So 18 and then 5. So that's an unknowable number. 23.
Okay.
It's possible.
Hunter's Mark 5 more, so 28.
Okay.
And then my sneak attack, which is another 8, so 36 total damage on that.
Cool. Another 8 would put it this number. All right, cool. Now roll your 2d20. See if you can miss the head.
I'm just going to roll 2. 19.
That's good enough. You miss the head, truly striking it in its body. Anything else for your turn?
I'm going to shoot this demon in front of me one time.
Okay.
It is prone. I don't know if that makes a difference.
That will be a disadvantage, yep.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't do much worse. I rolled 2 4s, so 16.
That will miss, yeah, unfortunately.
The
Does a
16
16
does?
hit?
No, it misses.
Okay.
Damn.
Well then, yeah, I'm going to duck behind the opposite side of this pillar, kind of like right here, and bonus action trying to hide.
Make a stealth check.
Okay.
Disadvantage.
Okay, that's going to be 23.
With a 23, I'm going to need to actually roll here. I'm pretty sure you got it, but we'll see.
Maybe not, though.
Yeah, you're hitting. From both the Hydra and the Bone Demon here. Is that it for you, Timber?
That'll be all.
That is going to bring up our devil here. He is going to take half his movement to.
I actually have a reaction before he does that because I believe I found a really cool cheese with my abilities.
What do you got?
Love cheese.
As I watch him twitch, because he hasn't made a saving throw yet, I use
Who are you talking about?
this guy because he hasn't
The
made
bone?
the bone dude because he hasn't made any sort of saving throw yet. I'm trying to make sure. I've been staring at it all over. I use branches of the tree, so he makes a DC 17 strength save, or I teleport him within 5 feet of me, and his speed is reduced to 0. Which means
22.
he would- damn it. With disadvantage?
Oh, no. That's much worse. That is just an 8.
So then he would fail. I'd get to teleport him right next to me, and then reduce
Okay.
his speed to 0 so he can't stand up.
Oh.
I watched the beastie twitch, and as he twitched, I went, nay! And I wrapped him in vines, and he got rug next to me.
He is still going to attack you from the ground without moving, since you moved him right next to you.
I did exactly what I wanted to do.
He is going to make a multi-attack against you. The first two are going to be with its claws. Jesus, I'm rolling out of my mind this game. It's 26 to hit
That'll hit.
for the first claw, natural 20 on the second.
Does it get disadvantage because he's on the ground?
I actually don't.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Just like scrambling down there.
So that, I'm just going to roll all the damage together.
Actually, it does. On my thing, it says you have disadvantage on attack rolls if you have the prone condition.
On what thing? What are you looking at?
Conditions.
Yes, when prone in D&D 5e, you have disadvantage on attack rolls, and your movement is restricted to crawling.
Okay. Yeah, so
Sheesh.
I've
it's still going to hit, but it won't be a crit on the second one. And then the first one, it's just going to be a 17 to hit.
still hits.
Okay, so both still hit,
I
just no
got to-
crit damage.
Yeah, better than a crit.
So that is
True.
15 slashing damage. We'll say you're raging, right?
Yep.
So that it will reduce that to 7 slashing damage for the claws, and then he's gonna do a attack at disadvantage with his tail. That is a 17 to hit with the tail.
Still hits. 17's the AC.
All right.
I'm sturdy, but I'm easy to hit, I guess.
Whipping at your toesies.
So that is going to be 14 piercing damage, as in addition to
Also as well.
so 7 piercing damage against you, Bojack, and then it'll be 17 poison damage, which we will take all of, I believe.
Since I'm a dwarf, I have resistance to poison.
All right, so you'll take half of that as well.
Sick. Who's this
And I
guy?
need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Actually,
I'm fucking sturdy, dude. I got a 12.
Everything.
A 12 is a failure. You have the poison condition.
I actually have advantage
for-
on that. Hang on. 17?
Did you not just roll?
I have advantage on checks against poison.
It's not poison damage, it's the poison condition. Does that
Yeah.
matter?
It's in my saving throws. Advantage
Okay,
to avoid in the poisoned condition.
Yeah, you'll succeed. You're invincible, dude. Super cool. That will end his turn. Shetic, you're up.
You can't stop the rage cage!
All right. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up my little research pack there that I got, and I'm gonna pull out a blood-soaked sponge. I'm just gonna rip off a piece of it.
It's his own blood. He doesn't ask questions.
Nope, it's a blood-soaking sponge for other people's blood. I got a spell. It's gonna cast a 30-foot cube. Can I hit both of these if I cast it correctly? I'm trying to get this guy and the Hydra.
A 30-foot cube would be like kind of like that. I'd say you're probably just short of the Hydra there.
All right, I want to kind of focus this more on the Hydra, and
Okay.
Maybe one
you're
of the
gonna see me holding this sponge, and all of a sudden the black hand that you saw on my face is just going to start glowing purple. And as it does that, I'm going to cast Abi Dalzum's Horrid Wilting. And that's going to be a con 18 save on that guy there, the Hydra.
Okay.
He's speaking in tongues.
He fails with a very low roll.
Sweet. He's going to take 44 necrotic damage. What the fuck is that thing's name?
Got it.
Abi Dalzum's Horrid Wilting.
Jesus.
And you draw the moisture from every creature in a 30-foot cube centered on a point you choose within range.
Yeah, and you see the skin of the Hydra begin to like wrinkle as if the moisture being drawn from the interior of its body.
And you guys couldn't see it because I'm holding it in my hand, but I feel the little bit of sponge just get a little bit heavier. You know.
You'd have to like step here to like get view on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, yeah. And then I am not done because I'm going to bonus action use my Fey lineage to Misty Step this direction here, 60 feet.
Got it.
Nice.
And then I'm going to use the rest of my movement to kind of get back in this corner behind Timber in the column and out of sight of the Hydra.
Sick. What else for you?
That is it.
All right, that is going to bring us back to the top of initiative, and we are going to take a short break.
Oh.
We'll pick up this battle here in just a minute. Alrighty, that's going to bring us back to the top of initiative order. Bojack, you are up.
You dare attack my ankles? And I'm just going to swing at this thing.
All right, with advantage as it is still prone.
Bojack is not used to anything being low enough to attack his ankles.
No, for sure. I did not mean to do that one. My bad. I hit the wrong button. Does a 24 hit?
Sure does.
17 slashing damage.
All right.
And then, I don't know if it can move, but I'm going to push it 10 feet.
Well, how much damage was it? Sorry, 17?
17, yes.
102. I said that out loud. It's not right anyway, though. That was the wrong creature. All right, there we go. And you said you're pushing it 10 feet?
Yep, I'm just trying to like squish it into the wall or something.
Yeah, I mean, it moves back as far as it can there. What else for you?
And then my last attack at it. Rolling that with advantage still. No brutal strikes because I need to do extra. That's the worst ever. Does a 16 hit?
A 16 will miss.
Finally missed one, and
He's
hate
mortal.
it. And then, I think I'm going to do my same song and dance and use my bonus action to teleport 60 feet this way.
Do you have like unlimited teleport? How does that work?
As long as I'm raging, I can do this as a bonus action.
Okay. So you'll be down here.
And I get to rage for 10 minutes without needing to do anything.
Sick.
Relentless, baby.
Anything else for you, Bojack?
I just want to take a couple steps closer. Not so much to be behind the pillar, but to be within 10 feet of Timber and or Shetic.
Alrighty. So like right there?
Perfect. And then that'll be my
I
turn.
would say right there.
He's in a blind
All
range.
right.
He's going for them next.
Yeah, this is a hot pillar over
He's out of
here.
control.
Y'all are cramming my hiding spot.
Yeah, we totally blew up your spot.
Hey, Shetic, don't move and I'll give you HP.
All right, you guys are all back there. That's going to bring up our Cambion here. He is going to, you see, wings on his back flap as he takes flight and moves around the fountain this way until he gets about right here as he sees you hiding.
Oh no.
He is going to take a multi-attack against you.
Oh no.
Actually, I want to look at something real quick. Sorry.
That's okay.
Well, that's kind of metagaming. He wouldn't know that. But I don't want to do it. I'm going to, instead of the spear this time, he's going to actually stop right about here. So he's out of disadvantage for ranged spell attacks. And he's going to shoot 2 fire rays from his hands at you. First one, Vorn, is a 21 to hit.
Hits.
Second one is just a 10 to hit.
That misses.
Okay. So you are going to take 13 points of fire damage, and that is going to end its turn. Vorn, you are up.
I have to roll a con save with advantage to maintain my far step.
Oh, and he's no longer feared.
He is not feared. Nope. So con saves, throws make. Yep. Cool. So. Wait, what do I have? What am I supposed to roll?
Half of the damage, 10, or whatever half the damage is, whichever is higher.
Oh, okay. So I rolled a 16.
So,
Advantage,
yeah, you're good. It would be 10.
Okay, so I got far step still. I am going to. With that, oh, you said it is my turn. Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to. I kind of just like shrug back and like, ugh, just take that hit, and I'm gonna like just in like a blink of a wisp of like shadow, just like my body like juts backwards, and I'm gonna far step again, and I'm gonna go 60 feet back this way.
God damn.
Yes.
Do you want to be like here?
I'd say maybe like behind this orb from the Hydra back here, just like around there. It's good. And I just like my like the shadowy like essence just kind of forms back, and I'm right there, and I'm blasting him with Eldritch Blast. The devil.
Cambion, gotcha.
Cambion. Write that down so I don't forget. Cambion. And then I start blasting.
The other one is a Bone Devil.
Bone devil. Gotcha. Okay.
I bullied the Bone Devil.
You know, these are all fiends. These are, you know, creatures from the hells, which are typically used sometimes by crazy wizards to power arcane devices.
Oh,
The spirits of
savage.
demons.
Alright, so the first one is. Oh, now I'm rolling terrible. It is a 2.
That will miss as he, again, uses his spear to deflect these bolts of energy off of him.
The second one is a 28 to hit.
That'll hit.
And then the third one is a 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Nice. Okay, cool. So that's going to be. 23 force damage. And he has to make 2 wisdom saves.
What's the DC?
17. Sorry.
Wisdom. Fails both. Failed one of them with a 16.
He's frightened of me until the end of my next turn.
Oh yeah, that helps.
That's
All
it.
right, what else?
That's all.
All right, that is going to bring up the Hydra. Looking around, seeing all of you guys hiding, he is going to attempt to break this column again. They're same thing with some Eldritch Blast, just damage.
Thank God, his plus to hit must be enormous.
Yeah, he could not miss it. And he again, I will say it takes all 3 this time, but this column is now basically destroyed. It's got just like one little sliver on one of its sides, kind of holding it up. But that will end his turn. But he can see all you guys back there now. Timber, you're up.
He can even see me. Yeah.
I would say yes.
Okay. Well, I'm going to spend one of my luck points to get advantage so that I can shoot him with sneak attack. I want to
Gotcha.
move
Okay.
like back here
Okay.
to get a good line of sight on him.
About 10 feet of movement for you.
Yeah, and that's going to be, a 17 to hit.
Well, I'll say you can see him from here because the column in front of you is mostly destroyed.
Well, I want to go backwards because I want to be close to Shetic.
I got you.
Yeah.
Aw. Friendship.
So does 17 hit?
The Hydra 17 just hits.
Ooh,
Ooh, sweet.
nice.
All right, sweet. So that's going to be 12 plus 4, so 16. 16, that's 20, and then that's going to be 30 piercing damage on him.
That's your total damage.
Yeah, total.
All right, roll a d20 with advantage.
Okay. And that's going, ooh, a 5.
With advantage?
5, you hit it solidly in one of the necks, shearing one of its heads off.
Man.
What else for you?
It added them. Did it do your roll right? It added them together.
Oh, well, I rolled a 4 and a 1.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a failure.
So that's for sure a failure. I'm going to step one spot over close to Shetic. And I am going, you see just like lightning just underneath his cloak head. And it just starts going through and into his paw, and he touches Shetic, and it just feels warm on Shetic. And I cast Cure Wounds at a 2nd level, which is going to give him 19 health points.
Hey,
Let's go.
love that.
Damn, dude, just
And
figured out
then-
your magic.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I'm going to quickly run just back around here to bonus action hide.
So let's see. How much movement do you have?
I have 40 feet.
So you've already used 10. Yeah, it looks like you can get back there. Let's see. Well, I'd say you can get like right here, actually.
Oh, really?
Well, no, let's see. You mean 5,
5,
10,
10.
15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, about right here with 40 feet of movement total. Because you can't move through the rock, which is what I was measuring.
Yeah. Man, for some reason I thought I had enough. That's probably not enough to hide at all, is it?
I would say probably not. This map is kind of weird. I'm using a gridless map, so that's
Oh, gotcha.
part of the...
Um,
Or you can move back
Okay.
behind, you know. There's really not a
nothing
lot
to
of area
hide.
for you to hide. You can try and hide behind Shetic.
Do it.
yeah, I'll hide behind Shetic.
All right, make a stealth check with disadvantage.
Here's some health, buddy. Watch your
Also,
legs.
be my meat shield.
Yeah.
With,
You know
you
what?
said
At
with
least I got some help.
disadvantage?
Yes, please.
That's 31.
What do you mean you got a 31?
First
You
one
are
was
hidden.
33.
Anything else, Timber?
That'll be all.
That's wild.
All right, that's gonna bring up this guy right here.
Buddy, how'd you like being prone?
Yeah, he's gonna use half his movement to stand up. Firstly, and then he is just going to move up to about right there, and he can't quite do anything. He's looking down this line at the three of you and just makes this crazy sound that's like somewhere between hissing and bones rattling, and it sounds crazy. That is going to be you, Shetic.
Oh man.
Now hide behind Timber.
I mean, I could. All right, here's what I'm gonna do.
Hunker
You
down
can see through
behind
this
me.
pillar now.
I'm gonna cast Wall of Force, and that's gonna give me 10 foot by 10 foot panels to play with here.
Oh my gosh.
And what I'm gonna do is I want to create a wall of force, 100 foot long, 10 foot high, across the
That'll
whole.
be all your panels.
Yes, but it can be free floating. So what I want is I want it just high enough for maybe like if one of the taller folk in our party could bend down, they can maybe get something through it. But I want it just tall enough that Bojack can just run, fully stood up, just run straight under it.
So about 4 feet off the ground.
Yeah, I'm only 3'4".
That's fine. My idea is that it's gonna give us if this dude casts Eldritch Blast, it's gonna fucking hit the wall.
All right.
And that's my turn.
Is this the one that's invisible and we don't see, or we do see it?
Yeah, no, it's invisible. You can't see shit.
Okay.
Okay, cool. And can you read exactly what that wall of force does? please, for us.
Lyle.
An invisible wall of force springs into existence. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Okay. Nothing can physically pass through the wall. It is immune to all damage and can't be dispelled by dispel magic. A disintegrate spell destroys the wall instantly. However, the wall also extends into the ethereal plane and blocks ethereal travel through the wall.
And so that, but you're saying that it can be cast underneath of it? That's going to work both ways, just so you know.
Yeah. What do you mean? Yeah. Yeah.
So how high is it off the ground?
Like it's I'll say it's like 3 feet off the ground. So the top of the wall is 13 foot off the ground. And I'm gonna say something to there's immediately around me, just let them know what I just did. It's there. There's a 13 foot. It's 13 foot high. There's a 3 foot clearance underneath. Be careful.
So I'm going to say before you commit to this action, this Hydra heads are way above 13 feet off the ground.
All right. Well then, fuck that. I'm just gonna do enervation, and that's gonna be a DC 18.
Good call. Good call.
On the Hydra?
Yeah, on the Hydra. Excuse me, on the Hydra.
It's a
was a
DC
great
what?
18 deck save.
Okay.
It was a great idea, though.
Exactly 18. 16 on the dice plus 2.
Okay. So it's gonna take 5. I mean, that's a save, right? Or do I win? I don't remember.
I think
what?
I always did meets it beats it, but I don't know.
Yeah, meets it beats it, right?
Yeah, 100%. Always.
All right, then yeah, he's gonna take 5 necrotic damage, and I am gonna heal for 2 of those.
Got it. Anything else for you?
No.
The roll.
All right.
between-
That'll bring us back to the top of the order. Bojack, you are up. What would you like to do?
Just no.
Try and go by the squares if you can. The ruler might be a little off.
Okay, fair.
Okay. You were gonna heal Shetic, weren't you?
Yeah, so at the start, I was still doing math, but so yeah, at the start of my turn, because he's within 10 feet, he's going to get 3d6 temp HP,
To replace any temporary HP you have currently.
which will be 10.
10 temp HP. What else, Bojack?
And then I wanted to, I was trying to decide, I'm literally going to teleport my 60 feet right to here, behind whatever the fuck remains of this thing. And then this guy's about 15 feet away. Guess who's getting punched in the face?
You got him.
And then I will use my reckless attack for this.
Okay.
So I will attack with advantage. 26 to hit.
26 hits for sure.
22 damage. And then same verse, second verse, same as the first. Make a DC 17 strength save or be knocked prone.
19 on the die, plus 4. 23, baby.
All right, was worth a shot. And then second attack, I'm going to try to brutal strike, so I'm foregoing the advantage. Shouldn't have tried it. That's a 14.
We'll miss.
See, now, Lucky just says on a check. Can I use Lucky to re-roll that?
An attack roll is in a check.
Sorry. D20.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to double check how the wording.
Usually attack rolls are not included in these types of things, but if it's in the text, let me know.
It just says a D20 test, which wasn't test attacks.
So that's ability checks, saving throws, and I don't think it's
I thought
attack
you read
rolls.
that it was attack.
Yeah, because that's
This is new text for 2024. The D20.
No, yeah, it's changed a
Yeah.
little bit.
What is it called exactly? D20 what?
It's just
Test.
Lucky, and it says D20 test.
Yep, that is a attack rolls included.
All right, I will force a attack re-roll, and it's worse. So nope, that was just a miss.
All right, sounds good. Anything else for your turn?
Because I'm still 15 feet away, I'm going to take my 40 feet of movement and just run back a ways. 40, yep, and just move back here. Teleport up,
Alrighty.
take a couple swings, and jump back.
That is going to bring up our Cambion. He cannot move any closer in this direction. Let's see what his options are.
Like, you could technically lateral, right? If he just goes...
He can fly.
Yeah, he can move that way for sure.
Is that technically closer to me?
Yeah.
But he could go around. I mean, you know, he could still go that way.
What if he's frightened? Isn't he just like dead? All his movement is dedicated to getting the fuck away from you.
He's scared. Yeah, he's scared.
Okay, let's see though.
He should be scared.
Yeah, he's scared.
I'd say this is within 120. Yeah, you're just within 120 feet, Bojack. He is going to fire some ranged spells against you. So the first one is he summons fire in his free hand with it's not clutching his spear. First fire ray is a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
At disadvantage.
Second one is a natural 20 on God.
It's disadvantage though because he's frightened.
Oh, so okay, so we'll say both of those rolls were the first one. It's still gonna hit. This will be the second one. That one will miss. So just one of these is gonna hit as it streaks across the room. Bojack, you're gonna take 9 points of fire damage. That is going to end the Cambion's turn. Vorn, you are up.
Okay. What I'm going to do is... Side note, I have spirit projection. That's just crazy. Not applicable right now. Just wanted to share that. That's insane. I was just reading about it. Holy crap. Anyways, so I am going to... I'm trying to save this for something else. So I would like to... I think I'm going to do the tried and true Eldritch Blast at the Cambion.
Okay.
So the first one is going to be a 27 hit.
Hits.
The second one is going to be a 15.
15 does not hit.
Okay, and then the next one is going to be an 18.
18 does not hit.
Gotcha. So my one is going to do 13 force damage. And I'm going to use... Actually, I think this might change it. I'm sorry, I should have had this prepared AF. Contact. Oh, god damn it, please. No, please. It's taking too long. It's taking too long. Okay, cool. So, I'm going to then, I'm just going to take, a step closer to this orb right here. Kind of stay behind it, but make sure I can see the Cambion. I'm just like kind of like...
You got it.
I fired those 3 blasts and I'm just like dead staring like my glowing eyes straight at the Cambion. Trying to like intimidate it if possible. And that's it.
Cool. Anything else for you? You said, okay, that's it. That's going to bring up our Hydra. It can see at least 2 of you. Bojack, though, you're closer. It's going to attack at you using its Eldritch Blast times 3. First one is a 18 to hit.
That'll do.
Second one is a 11 to hit.
That'll miss.
Really bad. And the third one is a 17 to hit.
And dead on. So 2 hits.
All right.
I hate magic. Present company excluded.
You're next.
Ooh, shit.
So many things to keep track
It's going
of.
to do
right
a
now.
total of 33 points. Oh, that's without its modifiers. I'm so sorry. It is going to be 45 points of force damage
Oh my gosh.
between the two blasts against you, Bojack. Is you guys see two of its and it's has 9 heads now, which also means this happens. Okay, yeah. So you guys see it grow back 2 heads from the one that Timber severed off, and then hit you with the 2 of 3 Eldritch Blasts for all that damage. That is going to end its turn, though. Timber, you're up.
Okay.
You got it, Timber.
That hurt, boys.
Yeah. Okay, I am going to, I guess, just start blasting.
Wow.
I guess. Yeah.
And remember, both of these columns are kind of, you don't have like restrictions with your vision from them anymore.
Yeah. I'm lucky I have Shetic here. I'm going to, shoot the Hydra. As
Alright.
one does. That's a nat 1, so no.
Unfortunately misses.
Yeah, for sure. That negates my sneak attack. So
I'd say Shetic, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw for me on that natural 1.
Oh God.
This is how it all ends.
That's a nat 20, so sick.
Nice.
You're good. Yeah, you hear him pull
Yeah,
back the
great.
drawstring and just kind of instinctively like duck down. Go ahead, Timber.
Yeah. I am going to. I'm going to drop concentration on Hunter's Mark. And then over here next to the Bone Demon, you're going to start to see little shocks of sparks. And then this bluish, like, smoke is starting to come between them. And I cast Summon Beast. And it looks a whole lot like my father.
Okay.
And you start to see this tabaxi with a spear show up right by that guy. And he is going to maul at him. So that is going to be 2 hit. I guess it's just a nat 20. I'm not really sure how to do that, but I guess it's
Wait,
just
what?
a nat 20 for the summon beast to hit.
It has a maul.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what exactly?
Oh, my spell attack modifier to hit.
All right. So what's your
Wait.
spell?
Plus 7, so it'd be 15 plus 7. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah.
And then the maul, I don't know if it matters, but typically a maul is 2d6.
Yeah. Actually, this is 1d8 plus 4 plus the spell's level, so plus 6.
Okay.
So 1d8,
Cool.
Plus 10.
which is 2 plus 6, which is 8.
Is it not plus 10?
I'm looking at the Bestial Spirits sheet, and it's 1d8 plus 4 plus the spell's level piercing damage.
So what's your spell's level?
2. So 4
Okay.
plus 2 is 6, plus the 2 I rolled, so it's 8 total.
8 total damage. Got it. Cool. What else for
he
you?
does have an armor class. He is just another active companion right here.
Okay.
Does it say he takes his turn right after you? I'm always curious how those ones work.
Immediately after mine.
Nice.
So that was
And-
his turn then to swing there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Cool. That is going to bring
Can
up
I-
the.
Next to move, or should I have
So by
moved
using
first?
him, yeah, you should have moved first. If you want to move somewhere though, like I'll let you.
I just want to get behind this wall here and hide. That's what I wanted to do.
Are you bonus action dashing?
No, 40.
40 will get you right here.
Yeah, remember the
That's
line is
40 feet?
yeah, the line is wrong. You've got to count the squares.
Okay. Well, whatever. I'll just stay.
Okay, cool. That is going to bring up the bone guy here. Since you have got this apparition right in front of him, he is going to attack that. Firstly, it's going to use its claws here. First one is going to be a 24 to hit. I'm assuming that's definitely going to hit your apparition. And the second one's even better with a 19 on the die. So both are going to hit.
Yep.
That is these guys.
That is not very nice.
So it's going to be 14 slashing damage against your construct there.
Okay. Is it still alive?
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Alrighty, that's going to end our Bone Demon's turn. Shetic, you're up.
I'm gonna scooch up a little bit closer to the Bone Demon, get it within 60 feet of myself, and I am going to cast Finger of Death. So you're just gonna see me. It's kind of become a common thing. A lot of my spells just include pointing at stuff. You can't quite figure it out, but you're gonna see me point at this Bone Devil. But instead, once again, you're gonna see the hand just kind of glow, and then all of a sudden, you're gonna see the index finger glow on it. And it's going to start emanating an energy down and shoot out of my finger towards it. That's going to be a Constitution 18 saving throw.
It succeeds.
All right, it is going to take half of 62 damage is necrotic.
God dang, it's 7d8 plus 30?
Yeah, dude, it's
Alrighty, it looks extremely rough, but it is still standing.
I'm gonna crouch on my knees behind Bojack. I was gonna crouch down.
Alright, that is going to bring up you, Bojack.
He's about to blow up my spot.
No, it's kind of dumb, but kind of entertaining. Would you say you're a willing creature for me?
Sure, man. Let's go,
You and I are
buddy.
going to teleport up to 150 feet, and I'm just going to teleport behind this guy up here. You're coming with me, buddy.
All right, sure. Yeah, dude.
All those drinks you had together in that tavern.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm so
And then,
willing.
yep. And then I'm going to take like 2 or 3 steps forward and like put myself here. So I'm like, if the Hydra looks this way, it might target me more than Shetic. And then, yeah, this dude's in for it. Bone Demon, I'm coming for you.
Bojack,
Full
take
song
the
dance.
lead.
I'm going to do Reckless Attack. I'm going to use Brutal Strike off the rip. Does a 23 hit?
Hits.
Become crushed.
Just go ahead and describe how you're dispatching this demon.
Hell, all right. Yeah, it comes out to 21 damage before anything else.
It had 1 HP.
Shit. So you see this like big wind up, and it's like Mr. Incredible's stretching arms, and he just does this like baseball swing, and it like whips the axe like right into its neck. That then I just yank back straight out. Oh, and just
Vine
goes
whip.
to, like, yeah, exactly. Just goes to, like cave in its whole front body section.
And you see this bone demon pretty much as the axe comes across its throat. It was like the straw that broke the camel's back. You see it disintegrate into just a pile of bones on the ground with the skull perched like on top of the pile, and you see like the red eyes and the glow fade. What else, Bojack?
I was trying to see if I had enough movement to get close enough to launch another attack at this guy, but I don't think 30 feet gets me close enough, does it?
No. Just short.
So then I'm just gonna stay here, and I'm gonna throw a hand axe at him.
All right, roll to hit.
I'm just gonna like whip this hand axe I had ready out of my belt and just huck it at this guy. I think I technically still have Reckless on. Does a 26 hit?
Sure.
Then I'm just gonna do a lovely little 8. Double checking. Yeah, 8 non-magical slashing damage. But I do get Vex, so I'll have advantage on him the next time I attack him until the end of my next turn.
All right, sounds good. Anything else for you?
No, I'll just stay here, try to meet shield for Shetic, and that'll be my turn.
All right, that's going to bring up the Cambion over here. He's still frightened, is that right?
Yes.
All right, so he's going to move closer to here. He's actually going to use his fly speed and fly to the other side of this, but maintaining the equal distance from you. And he is going to, again, shoot fire rays at you, Bojack. First one. Oh, that's a natural 1, so that's a miss, so no need to roll
Nice.
a second d20. And then the second one at disadvantage. Ooh, actually, he is, I'd say, out of your line of sight right now.
Oh yeah, because of this thing.
So the second one will just be a straight roll. Either way, it was a natural 1 the first time. Second one is 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Oh my god, that's such 4 points of fire damage on 3d6.
Damn. Oh.
So that is going to end its turn. Vorn, you're up.
Okay. Sorry, I blanked
It's a
out
2,
for
a
second.
1, and a 1.
So I'm going to. This guy's down. This guy. How is the? Since I was kind of in close proximity and like facing off with the Cambion for a minute, did I get a hint if it was like looking kind of rough or if it was super in it to win it still?
It doesn't seem super hurt, but it's definitely taken a couple hits.
Okay, cool. Then what I'm going to do is I would like to. Oh gosh, I have to read it. Its turns and the condition. Okay, sorry. Success. Okay. So I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm going to bonus action, far step 60 feet closer to the Cambion. And if I
Do you want to go straight across, or are you trying to go around to the
so
left?
It'll be like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
I'd say you can get to like right here. You can just beyond the water here.
Okay. Woof. Okay, yeah. Oh, no, wait, woof.
What about like over here?
I would, yeah, let me see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Yeah, I'd like to do it over here if that's possible. I just don't want to be too close to that guy. It's scary.
You got it.
Heads. Okay, and then I'm going to, if I'm 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, okay, 40 feet, I'm going to cast Power Word Stun at the Cambion.
Oh shit!
You overwhelm the mind of one creature you can see within range. If the target has 150 hit points or fewer, it has a stun condition. Otherwise, its speed is 0 until the start of your next turn. The stun target makes Constitution saving throws at the end of each of its turns to try to end the condition, and it would be a con 17 at the end of its turns, though, so it's stunned now.
It is stunned. It has less than 100 hit points.
Okay.
So it's just straight up incapacitated. Wild.
Yes. So, and I do this, and I kind of just like I'm holding it there. I drop far step afterwards. Wait, do I?
Okay.
Nope, it's not. Sorry, it's instant, not. So I still have far step. But I kind of do this and lock it into position, and as I'm holding that, I look over at Bojack and like, do your thing, little man. I'm just kind of like straining, trying to hold it into place.
Sick. Anything else for you?
That's it.
All right, that is going to bring up our Hydra. You didn't do the fear thing, so he's no longer feared, right?
Right.
Okay. All right, so that is going to bring up the Hydra. It is going to look around, and it's going to this time look down at you here, Timber. Um,
Oh no.
it is going to make its 3 Eldritch Blast attacks
Oh, shit.
against you. First one is a 10.
Nope.
Damn.
Second one is a 24.
Yeah.
Holy,
Third one is a 23.
Yes.
my gosh. Have you hit a rogue level where you get whatever evasion or whatever it is?
I have cunning action dodge. Yeah.
No, like the reaction one to half damage from an attack.
Yeah.
That hell
Yep.
yeah.
All right.
Uncanny dodge. Excuse me.
There you go. I was like, I didn't know what your level scaling was.
Also, there is evasion is a different thing, right?
First one that hits you is 18 damage. Force
Yeah.
damage?
So I'll uncanny dodge that to get.
And that means
9.
you take half, so 9.
Yeah.
All right. And second one is 21 force damage.
Damn.
Sweet.
As two crazy green red balls of like electrical force arcane energy come shooting out of 2 of the 9 heads and impact with your tiny body. That is going to end the Hydra's turn. Timber, you're up.
Yeah, so I'm gonna use a lucky to give myself advantage so I can have some sneak attack. Oh, but first, I'm dropping concentration on my spirit and reinstating my hunter's mark on dude
Nice.
Okay.
for my bonus action. And then I'm going. That's a nat 20
Let's go.
Nice.
on him,
Heck yeah, dude.
and that is going to be. Oh my gosh.
Why did it
That's
do you
terrible.
so dirty?
8 plus 6, so that's a knowable. 14, and then Hunter's Mark, 18, and then Sneak Attack, 14, so that's 32.
32. Roll 2d20.
Yeah.
Roll a d20 with advantage.
9, or 18. Oh, wait, no, it's 9. It's 9.
Really did just
With
roll
it-
you 2 9s.
With advantage, you got 9.
2
I got
9s.
a 6, and then I got 2 9s, yeah.
You sever one of the heads.
Great.
Cool. What else for you, Timber?
I'm going to run and duck behind this pillar here.
And what was the total damage on that? Sorry.
The total damage was 32.
Alrighty. Shetic, you're up.
I'm gonna try to cast a fireball to hit this guy and the
Can you
Hydra.
move me behind this pillar?
Mhm.
Thank you.
All right, yeah. So you'd like step around to like right around here, Shetic, to get the angle on both of them.
And 18 dex save. please.
18 dex for both. We'll start with the Cambion. That is
Please.
definitely not going to do it with a 10.
He
and then
automatically fails because he's stunned on Dex.
Okay, perfect. Then he fails it either way. And then Hydra is terrible. 4. Both fail.
Alright, they are gonna take 30 points of fire damage, both of them.
Sick.
Damn, nice.
Anything else for your turn?
Yeah, can I long rest as a bonus action?
Unfortunately, no. That takes 8 hours.
Yeah, no, that's it.
All right. As you
Actually, I'm
guys
sorry, I'm
see,
sorry. I want to move. As
where would you like
as,
to move? You already had to move like 20 feet to get down here with to get your angle.
I guess 10 feet to get as far behind what remains of this pillar as possible.
So yeah, you can get right there.
Sweet. All right, that's my turn. Sorry.
All right, as you guys see Shetic step out from behind this column, summon this massive fireball, and just cast it across the room. It slams into both the stunned Cambion as well as the Hydra. This type of damage, fortunately, not severing its heads, but you guys do see the space that Timber severed one of it since its last turn. The Cambion is frozen in space. The Hydra's It would have 8 heads at this moment, scanning the room, looking at all of you, red eyes boring down and hissing. 2 orbs and a wall still remain protected by this arcane magic, and that is where we will pick up next time.
No!
Hand
Oh my
of Fate.
gosh.
No! 10 more minutes!
Alrighty, that's going to do it for tonight's episode of the Black Hand of Fate. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to catch up with us on social media at Side21TV. We are on Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. You can also join our Discord, post some pictures, talk about the campaign, tell us what you liked, tell us what you want to see more of, and we will see you next time at Side21. Have a wonderful night.